Okay, I can't believe I'm starting this series, but hello guys, welcome to GeoGuessr Road to World Cup. I think I'll call it that. I'm not sure, something like that at least. Uh, but you are here, I'm here, we're all here for this new series about the World Cup. Well, I swear there was a World Cup. Let me refresh. Oh, there it is, disappeared. So, this is real, this is actually happening. There's a World Cup in-person event, IRL LAN event. If you haven't been keeping up, if you haven't watched my previous video, I made a whole video about this. And yeah, 13, 14 October 2023 in Stockholm, we'll be playing in the GeoGuessr World Cup. So far, they've announced 6 players, and I'm one of them, so I'm very excited. And I'm also very excited to find out who the remaining 18 are going to be, because I have no idea, and I also don't know when they plan to announce it. But probably soonish, right? Excuse me. So we'll see what happens with that. But um, yeah, it's going to be a big stage, and I'm sure they're planning to make it like a big event. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because it's a solo tournament, so there's no team, and I can't just tell my teammate, "Oh, you prepare this, I prepare this." And then we'll manage. This is all fighting for yourself, so should be interesting. It is going to be a yeah, it's going to be a group stage, and then there's going to be like whatever quarterfinals, semifinals, something like that. So honestly, there's already some really good players that have been announced, and if I assume that the remaining players are also going to be of this caliber. So, uh, yeah, honestly, I'm just going to be happy if I can make it past group stage, um, because I genuinely don't think I'm going to win. I'm not going in with the expectation of winning, but I do want to give it my best. I am a competitive person, and yeah, um, I would like to at least, uh, you know, go out in a respectful way. Like, I'm sure I'll make bad guesses. I hope I won't make bad guesses in the World Cup, but like, I do make bad guesses, and so does everyone else. Like, it's normal to make bad guesses, and on a big stage like this, I think I'm not really afraid of making bad guesses because I've been very open and, accepting of that fact that I'm not perfect. And yeah, that's probably a very easy location that everyone else recognizes and I miss. That's definitely possible. Um, and that happens to everyone. But what I can do is to try and avoid making bad guesses as much as possible by being more prepared. And we have still a few months till the World Cup, so I have time to prepare and practice a little bit. And that is what this series is going to be about. So the road to World Cup, we're going to I'm just going to take you guys on a preparation journey, right, with me because I find it kind of boring to do just study by myself. So if I'm making videos about this, then it's fun for me as well, and I hope it's also fun for you guys to, see what's going on in my head and what I'm practicing and what I wish to tackle. Yeah, I guess I'm giving away my strategies, but like, let's be honest, the way, like the place we are in GeoGuessr right now, there is a lot of a lot of information available, and honestly, it's just I don't know if anyone can remember the amount of information that is out there. So yeah, like maybe people know that okay, this guy's studying Russia, so sure, but in the end, um, it's just like who can study the most things and remember a lot of things. That's going to play a big role. Um, so it's I think it's a mixture of learning and also practicing because ultimately the best way to learn is through playing. That's what I've been saying all the time in my play-alongs. So, I'm not just going to be sitting here reading a document or uh, something like that. Like, you're going to see me be playing and practicing. Um, excuse me. So, sorry, by the way, my voice, I just woke up and that's why my voice is all messed up. But anyway, um, my plan is to sort of make a plan in this video. Now, this video series is going to be like pretty long, I'd say, but I think you guys are used to it on this channel already. I make long videos. If you're new to this channel, then welcome to this channel. We make long videos here. And yeah, I don't know how long each video will be, but yeah, I guess you'll find out. Okay, so let's start off by discussing my strengths and weaknesses. Actually, before that, what's more important here is the format, because the way I prepare will largely depend on what format the games will be. Here they mention it'll be 1v1 duels, but I assume it's going to be a combination of moving, no moving, and NMPZ. No moving and NMPZ duels work out fine. For moving, I feel duels is not the best format to do moving games, but yeah, we'll see what the devs have planned. But I'm assuming at least that they're calling it like a World Cup. They're not calling it a no moving World Cup or a moving World Cup. It's like a overall GeoGuessr World Cup, and they want to crown like one world champion. So I would assume that they want the world champion to be good at all game modes. And I'm going to prepare with the assumption that there's going to be moving, no moving, and NMPZ. And maybe later down the line they'll say that no, there's going to be no moving games, or maybe that it's just going to be moving only. Then I mean, I would find that surprising, but then I can tweak my preparation at that point. But right now I just want to prepare for all game modes. So my strengths and weaknesses, I think one of the best things about my profile is that I think I'm one of the more balanced players, or one of the most balanced players. Even if I don't know if I can go that far, but maybe, because I've played a lot of moving, and I think I'm not, you know. See, like the thing is, no moving is the mode that's probably the easiest to just practice, to just learn basically, because there's just like so many metas, so many documents, so many, you can just like, let's say you want to get better at Brazil, no moving, then it's very easy to do that in comparison with like, well, I guess not really very easy because it takes a lot of grinding, but like my point is that like moving an NMPZ, if you want to get better at that, it just takes so much practice. To get better, like if you think of it like a graph with different slopes, then I think the steepest curve to climb is probably NMPZ, because it's an extension of moving, or no moving, I mean. But you can't like specifically practice or like learn something for an NPC. You just have to practice and practice and practice, and over time you'll get better. And the longer you've been practicing an NPC, probably the better you'll be at it. And of course, the more you are better at no moving, that's also how you'll be better at an NPC. Moving also, you just need a lot of practice, because the skills that are required for moving are almost very different from what's required for no moving an NPC. So you need to not only just learn those skills, but practice those skills. And then you also need to practice like other things, like, memorizing the road layout. Like you spawn somewhere, you're moving to find a sign, and then in your head, you're memorizing the road layout, which directions you've been moving, and what the 5k at spawn looked like, so that when you find information, you can immediately 5k. You don't have to go back and check everything. So that's one thing. Another thing is having the confidence to send your guess quickly and not, spend time triple checking. That's especially important in speedruns. So building that sort of confidence, and those are things that just take a lot of practice. Like you can, sit and learn all the Philippines provinces, but until you have played it a lot and you sort of build that moving gameplay sense, you're not going to improve. And that way, I mean, no moving is probably the easiest to get better at because it's pretty straightforward. You either, let's say you already know some metas and you're trying to learn them by playing, or you are trying to find new metas by playing, and both are acceptable and perfectly normal. So, you could be playing Brazil state streaks and, you'll learn about maybe state-specific polls or, some variations in palm trees, and you sort of put all that together. No moving is sort of, you have enough information and you just have to sort of know, well, you don't always have enough information, but it's more about figuring out what meta to trust, and of course learning a lot of metas in the beginning. So yeah, there's a it's like every mode has a different sort of requirement, but I think personally I believe no moving is probably you can get better at quicker as compared to NMPC or moving. And in that sense, I think having a balanced profile like mine is very good because I have the sort of 2 years of experience of moving and NMPC. um, like if you think of it on a scale of let's say 1 to 10, and let's say Blinky is 10 at moving, for example, I would say I'm like 7 or 8 at all three. And if you want to get into specifics, I would say my no moving is actually probably the worst, which I don't know if that's the case for any other player. I think moving and NMPZ are probably my best mods, and no moving is slightly lower in comparison with other players, of course, like other World Cup competing players. I've been doing a lot of moving speedruns. You just saw me upload a video on that like a couple of weeks ago. And I've been hosting a no NMPZ chat guesser tournament on my Twitch channel every week, well, with some exceptions, for roughly 2 years now, I think. So, I have some results from the recent games. And yeah, so usually I'm not winning them, but I'm at least top 5-ish. And yeah, here you can see that there's some really good players playing. And it's like tough competition, but my average here 3500. This also I'm top 5 again, which is not bad. 3100, this one was a tougher tournament, I think. Again, 3500, not quite top 5, but there are a lot of good players playing in this one as well. Um, again, top 7, whatever. But you again have some very, very talented players playing. And yeah, again, here I came fourth, 3600. What was it here? 3000. Okay, that's not that good. And here I came second with 3700, but like everyone's average scores are a bit higher. You can sort of see that trend. But yeah, Trabota is a completely different beast. NMPZ 4260, that's crazy. But yeah, so I would say that I am by no means the best NMPZ player, but I would say like I'm, up there. uh, and what would help me get better at NMPZ at this point is getting better at no moving, because I need to learn more metas and I need to learn more region guessing. And the sort of like NMPZ, the different skill set that you need is also just identifying, like let's say islands, like let's say you're in American Samoa and you can't see the Google cars, working without meta is something that's more of an NMPZ skill. Whereas in no moving, you have all the metas. You can look around everywhere. Um, so in that sense, NMPZ, it's something you need to train and learn, is how to do well without a lot of metas. And I think that's something that needs a lot of practice. And I think I have that, which is really good. But what I don't have is no moving expertise, which would help me in NMPZ. So, um, yeah, I've been rambling for quite a bit, but excuse me. I think my plan is to work on moving and no moving specifically, because NMPZ, as I said, well, basically the thing is, right? Like for preparation, there's going to be two types of preparation. One is going to be like specific targeted preparation. Um, that's like certain skills that I need to, like for example, I need to learn, let's say, the Thai script. That is something that I'm going to have to learn, especially if we have moving games in Thailand, then that is crucial. Even for no moving, it could be very useful. Excuse me. So that's something I want to learn. So that's going to be like targeted, focused practice or learning. And then there's going to be just like normal practice and playing, just playing more speedruns, more duels, more. I mean, I need more duels practice, right? Because if it's going to be a duels tournament, then I better be familiar with duels and, just that format. Uh, and just also, playing more NMPZ, no moving, attempting streaks and country streaks, world records, whatnot. So that's one part of the preparation, and the other is like targeted, focused preparation. So in this video series, you'll probably be looking more at the targeted, focused stuff, because the general preparation is like something I already do. It's just I play the game. I play different modes on the game anyway, so it's not like I've never done speedruns and now I need to suddenly start focusing on speedruns or anything like that. I always do speedruns from time to time. I always do try streaks from time to time. And yeah, it's just an extension of that. So for the targeted stuff, I'm going to do moving and no moving because, as I said, for NMPC, for me personally at the moment, what is important is to get better at no moving. That'll improve my NMPC, is what I believe. So, um, yeah, I've spoken a lot, but I think I've eventually got to the point where I can say that the goal of this series is to, you know, focus on moving and no moving related skills that I need to specifically learn for the World Cup. And then the rest of the practice will be off screen. So, for that, I thought what might be a good idea in today's video is to just go through a lot of countries, basically every country, and see what I can improve or what I want to improve in moving or no moving. And, naturally, I'm not going to have time to go through everything because I have a lot of things going on in life. I'm working, uh, I'm working on ACW and map making stuff as well. I'm trying to also make other streams and videos. So with all of this and some other IRL stuff, it's going to be hard to find a lot of time to practice. Um, so the plan I think for today's video is to go country by country and see things that I want to learn. And then before the next video, I'll sort of make it into like a priority list. It's like this is something that I have to start right now. This is something that I maybe might do, maybe might not do. This is something that I have to do, but I'll do it later. I'll sort of do a priority list for that. And from episode 2, we can start um, actually doing, learning stuff. And of course, feel free. You're more than welcome to leave me tips, leave me, you know, suggestions or knowledge, information that you have, because I need all of that. I'm going to need everything that I can get to get to be able to perform at this stage. So, let's take a look at the different countries. And you know what? Let's start with OC. New Zealand, I think, moving wise, I'm pretty okay with. But what I really need to improve at is no moving New Zealand. So let's maybe start taking some notes. No move regent streaks is maybe the best thing I need to do for New Zealand. And actually, let me just expand this quite a bit. I think that's sort of the main thing, and it's probably the same for Australia because I think I know how moving works quite well in Australia, but I don't have that much no moving experience. So again, I'm gonna have to practice Australia state streaks, no move state streaks. Um, I mean, yeah, like the islands and stuff, as I said, it's usually okay. I probably don't have time to, sit and practice. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm actually pretty good at American Samoa as well, so I'm not really scared of that. Let's go further up. Indonesia, big one. So, first thing that I want to do here is learning Kabupaten. And this is something that I have been dreading doing because there's just so many of them. But I think I'm going to start, and there's definitely enough time to learn them all. And if it's moving, then it's definitely going to be a necessity to know Kabupaten. And if it's no moving, then it can still be very useful to know Kabupaten. So that is one of my goals, is to learn Kabupaten. And secondly, I also want to do more no-move streaks. I have tried Indonesia streaks before, and I got to, let's say, I don't actually remember. It wasn't above 10 at least. But if you go to Plunkett records, people are at pretty high streaks, I think. Oh no, it's they made a separate page for it, didn't they? Regional records. Let's go to Asia. There we go. Okay, so 13 is top 5 at the moment. Okay, it's not as high as I thought it was actually. But I'd like to get like a 15 streak, 20 streak maybe at least. So I do want to practice Indo streaks because there is a lot to learn in Indo, and Indo has like really varied like landscape and architecture and that sort of stuff. So definitely want to get better at streaking Indo and also want to learn Kabupaten. Um, Philippines, I have already learned all the regions or the provinces, I guess. So I don't have to worry about that, but I do need to keep practicing it because I keep forgetting if I don't practice. Um, so yeah, Philippines, we're good on that. What I do want to learn for Philippines is more regional metas, so maybe learning tuk-tuks or yeah, I don't know. Let's just put it as regional metas. Because maybe there's more than just tuk-tuks that I could learn. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll grind Philippines a little bit as well. Um, okay, let's go this way. Taiwan, I think is pretty okay. Moving wise, I generally know how it works. I could, I guess, learn. Yeah, maybe I should actually. I could learn the province initials or whatever it's called for Taiwan, because if you zoom in here, so you have like 159, 166. These roads are findable, but then you also have like some province specific roads, and Let's see, maybe I can find it for Tainan. Yeah, like this stuff. So this has like a initial kanji or whatever script that is, and that one is for Tainan province, I guess. So learning which province has which initial maybe could help. So that's one thing I could do for Taiwan probably, but not much else. South Korea, I'm not gonna learn Hangul. Like I don't have time for Hangul. Um, I guess just practicing moving games could be good for South Korea because South Korea can be confusing. I mean, I have 5K'd it quite a few times, but it's not like I have no idea, but I definitely could get better at 5K in South Korea. So practice moving games, I guess. No moving NMPZ wise, I don't think there's too much to spend time on in South Korea. Japan, I have learned the prefecture kanji, which saves me a lot of time. I mean, I still need to practice it a bit more because I'm not super good at identifying when it says that. What I could maybe learn is like cities kanjis for moving games, but I don't know if I want to spend time on that necessarily. Maybe I'll put that in like here, like if I have time for it, maybe. City kanji. Um, and then prefecture streaks. That is definitely something I wish to do. I have tried this assisted on stream once, and yeah, like there are pole metas, there's like, you know, the plates, the guy wires, I've learned those, but I do need to revise that stuff. But I still need to learn like the pole tops and whatnot. I know there's metas for that. And also just landscape, because, you know, if you ask me what the landscape in Ibaraki looks like, I have no idea. Like, yeah, maybe it's generic, but like, if I zoom in, then I can see that, oh, okay, it's maybe flat, and then it has mountains like north, northwest, right? So if I see mountains south, then I'm probably not going to be in Ibaraki. So that sort of stuff would be nice to learn. um, so yeah, just more no moving practice in Japan would be nice, I guess. Mongolia. I do play that already quite a bit, so I don't think I need to invest more time in it. I think Mongolia should be okay. Like, I mean, I could get better at it, but like I'm already trying to get better at it. Like I still play Mongolia quite a bit, so I think it's okay. Let's go to Russia later. Malaysia. I think I'm somewhat okay with Borneo Malay, but I'm not okay with mainland Malay. So I do need to do moving Malaysia. I think I'm pretty okay with. Uh, but I definitely need to practice straight streaks. And I know Zigzag, who's competing here, he has invested quite a bit of time in Malaysia, so I'm expecting, you know, players like him to put up very good guesses in Malaysia, so I need to be prepared. Thailand. Yeah, first thing I want to do here is learn the alphabet. Learn alphabet, specifically the province initials. But yeah, maybe even more, who knows? Because that's very useful for moving games, and maybe also for no moving games, it could come in handy quite a bit. I actually don't know who's going to make the maps for the World Cup. Is it the devs themselves, or are they going to ask like some people in the community to make them? I don't know, but kind of depends on who the map maker is as well, right? But I think they won't disclose that to us probably, because we can sort of gauge what to expect based on the map maker maybe sometimes. Lao is okay. I mean, there's like 5 cities and I think I know them. Cambodia. The thing with Cambodia is I don't have time to like grind it too much, but like learning the recognizable areas because there's definitely some like recognizable roads in Cambodia, especially like southwest, northeast, and north. This one is, has this like ridge to the north, for example. So learning that stuff, I think, is pretty much all I want to do because I don't have time to learn everything. Bangladesh, I think I can't read Bengali, but I can read Hindi. And from that, I can sort of figure out by comparing characters what it says in Bengali. So it takes me a bit of time. Like if I tried to learn the Bengali alphabet, then I would be quicker at Bangladesh, but I don't think it's worth investing the time to. Like it's going to take a lot of time to learn Bengali. Well, not a lot of time, but like, it's going to take some time. But I might as well use that time for something else, right? And that's what I'm thinking because it's going to give me like a few seconds advantage, and in the World Cup maybe that could mean life or death. But from practice perspective, I don't really know if it's worth investing time in this. So I'm going to leave Bangladesh as it is. No moving wise, it's really not much to it. Like there are some recognizable areas that I can recognize. And yeah, there's probably more you can do, but I don't want to invest too much time. Same with Bhutan, I think. I don't really want to invest too much time. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. And I think I'm like not horrible at Bhutan. Like I can still recognize some places. So actually, I can recognize quite a few cities in Bhutan, I think. So I think that's okay. I don't want to invest too much time in that. India, I do want to invest time in. I don't know who's going to make the map, if they'll include India or not, but I want to do state streaks again. I have attempted state streaks in the past, but back then there wasn't that much coverage, and now there's a lot more coverage, so I definitely want to improve and, try India state streaks again. And I also want to practice moving games in India because I don't have much practice with that. And yeah, I mean, I have home country advantage with India, but as I said, moving is not just about finding a sign. It's about remembering the road layout, and especially India, if you've seen, it's like extremely like complicated, the road layouts. Like if you zoom in, like I guess I should zoom into like a bigger city. Let's go to Delhi. It's very complicated because you have like so many like small, not really suburbs, I guess. Or I guess suburbs. I don't know. So it's not easy to find stuff because it could say Lakshmi Nagar and doesn't show up at this zoom, and then at this zoom you scan, and then you zoom in one more, and then you scan, and then once you find it, then you need to find the street name with the road angle, and that is also not easy in India because there's just so many POIs and whatnot. So India is not easy for moving, and definitely I'm going to need some practice there. Kyrgyzstan, yes, I need to learn more about Kyrgyzstan, learning roads. This one shouldn't take too long. It's just I need to practice Kyrgyzstan a little bit, and it should be okay, I think. What else do we have in Asia? Sri Lanka. I mean, moving wise, I think I'm okay with Sri Lanka. I think I know how that works. No, moving wise, I don't really think it's worth investing too much time. Same with UAE. No moving, there's really not much point. And Qatar as well, I guess. Um, and then moving wise, I think I know. I mean, Qatar, I could do no moving a little bit, but like it's a small country, so not worth investing that much time in it. Okay, let's go to Russia, the elephant in the room. Russia, I think my plan is to Just grind like there's no tomorrow. I wouldn't say that I am the worst Russia player for someone who doesn't practice Russia at all. Like I never play a balanced Russia or anything. Um, and for actually, you know what? Let's let's play a game on balanced Russia and see how embarrassed I'll be with my performance. Because I think I struggle a bit with Western Russia, but like Asian Russia, okay, great start. Let's see how what I can do. Let me cook. If I can cook, hello? Okay. I can read Cyrillic as well, so that's also good. But this doesn't really help. It's just Pokrovo Irtishskoye. There's a sign right there I want to read. Um, but if I have to read and guess this, it looks very flat. Um, I mean, I think this is. Could this be Omsk? But I don't know because it feels like the trees are like a bit wrong. But I'd go like Omsk or maybe a bit more east, like Novosibirsk. Let's see. I mean, it was Omsk. That's pretty good. Why is this happening? Oh, great. And I'm in Peru now? Or am I in... I think it's Peru, right? Like here somewhere, maybe. Ah, good enough. Okay, am I in Russia again? I think I am. Yeah, I am. Okay, and then this looks pretty southern to me. Um, like, look at this architecture. Is it even Russia? Is it? I mean, it should be, right? With these poles. But this looks very far south. Could it be like Rostov area? No, it's even more south. Nalchik. Okay. So could have been better there. See now this one I'll probably struggle with a bit. Because it doesn't really look eastern to me. Mm, but I couldn't tell you where this looks like to me. It doesn't really look that northern either. Mm, yeah, I don't know. See, like this is where I struggle. Could it be like Kirov area maybe? Maybe it's even more west actually. Um, yeah, this is going to be a bad guess. Oh, okay. Did not expect Tomsk there, so that's a bad guess. And this one's going to be a bad guess as well. I think I struggled even more in Gen 3 Russia than Gen 4. But we have the small antenna. I think that's more common in like the West. I don't really know. Kazan. Oh, okay. Did not expect it to be that far west. So, okay, we only played 4 rounds, I guess, and 2 of them were okay-ish, 2 of them were not. But like that's my point. Is like I'm not the best. Like I struggle on like 60% of the rounds or 70% of the rounds, but there's still like 20-30% that I can recognize. I think that's already a lot more compared to a bunch of other players who don't practice Russia like me. So I think I'm not the worst at it, but I'm by no means good at it. And for that reason, I need to grind it a lot. So that's Russia. Turkey. Turkey is big. And I think moving wise, I'm okay at Turkey. Like maybe I could be better, sure. But am I bad at it? Not really. No moving wise. Dude, no moving wise Turkey is just so hard. Yeah, I know some metas and some basic stuff, but like there's just so much coverage and there's so much new coverage being released every day. Or like not every day, but like regularly. That it's just hard to keep up. Gen 4 Turkey looks so much different from Gen 3 Turkey as well, so I don't know. Turkey, maybe some practice, I don't know. But it wouldn't be high on my priority list, I think. No move practice, I guess, is what I'll say. Ukraine, I need a lot of practice because I am very clueless in Ukraine. Um, the thing with Europe is that it's not usually that much about region guessing, but a lot about like recognizing the country, and that comes from country sticks. But I think I am decent at that. Could be better, but not the worst, I think. So I'm not too concerned about like no move in Europe. Poland is a big country. If you know how to region guess Poland, then please let me know, let everyone know, because I don't think anyone knows how to. Spain could be something I could try and learn region guessing. No move state streaks or whatever they're called in Spain. France, UK, yeah, Norway, yeah, the Scandinavian countries and yeah, Nordics, I think it's okay. Italy, I could actually do some no move practice because I'm not really good at Italy. I wouldn't say I'm bad at it, but I'm definitely not good at it. But I think moving wise, Europe needs more attention. Finland, Sweden, Norway, I think it's okay. Same with Denmark. Same with the Baltics. Moving wise, Ireland should be fine. UK, is there anything I need to pay attention to? Not really. Actually, you know what? UK, I could actually do some no move practice just to learn the architecture a little bit. Because I'm not very good at telling apart different regions in the UK. Um, Netherlands, I think it's fine. Same with Belgium, same with Luxembourg. Poland as well from moving standpoint is okay. Germany, I do want to learn street signs. Learn street signs. Switzerland, I could get better at, but it's also a question of is it worth investing time in it? Because I don't think I'm like horrible at Switzerland, but there's definitely a lot of room to improve. But it's also a question of is it worth spending time on it? Same with Austria actually, because I don't really know what to improve on in Austria. Am I the best player at Austria? Not at all. Am I good at Austria? Also probably not. But do I have the time to invest in a country like Austria for the World Cup? Probably not. I think I could say the same about Czechia, Slovakia, Hungary. Yeah, moving wise also, those are okay. Romania is okay moving wise, but I could practice some no moving on Romania. Bulgaria is okay. Greece, I need to learn phone codes. Actually, should I learn phone codes in Russia? That might be worth it, you know? Learn phone codes. Actually, I might need to just go back and check which countries I need to learn phone codes for. Like Taiwan phone codes could be useful. Same with South Korea, actually. Thailand, I think phone codes are useful there as well. Not Cambodia, India, not really, I don't think. Turkey, I think also phone codes might help. It's going to be hard to remember all these phone codes, but I don't know if they help in Spain that much. Maybe they do. But let's go to France, and I want to learn phone codes for sure, and also learn department names at least. Because if it says a department name, I don't even know how to recognize it right now. From no moving perspective, France is okay, I guess, but like NMPs moving, I have no idea. And learning the different department names and phone codes should at least be somewhat helpful. Um, Italy, no. Or do phone codes help in Italy? I don't actually know. Greece, I've put in learn phone codes. That's probably enough. I forgot Israel and Jordan, and I think this area is okay for me. Like, yeah, no move wise and also moving wise, I think it's okay. I mean, I guess I could learn like street signs in Israel, but like that's probably not worth it. What I could actually learn is, well, I guess I was going to say street signs in New Zealand, but then it, like if I'm doing region streaks, I'm probably going to learn that anyway, so. Iceland, Iceland's okay, I think. I don't think I have extra time to spend on Iceland. Greenland might actually be worth learning, or like relearning trackers there, because it has been a while since I learned Greenland. I can recognize like three, four, five of them maybe, but not the rest. Tunisia, moving wise, it's okay. Yeah, no moving wise also, it's okay. Senegal, no move practice. Um, Ghana is okay. I think Nigeria, I have no idea. Definitely need practice in Nigeria. Uganda, maybe just learning the trackers again. Kenya, I think I'm somewhat okay with, but I could use just more practice in Africa, I guess. Same goes with actually Botswana. I need no move practice there. I'm not the worst at Botswana, but I could definitely be better at it. South Africa, I need a lot of practice with state streaks. Yeah, moving wise, I think it's okay. Eswatini and Lesotho, I think I'm not too bad at, so that's okay. I guess, yeah, like Egypt, Mali, whatnot, they have like tripods and trackers and whatnot, but don't have to worry about that. Madagascar trackers, maybe. Maybe. I think I know some of them, but I've forgotten some of them. Relearn trackers. So that should be Europe and Africa covered, right? Okay, let's go to South America. Brazil. A lot to do in Brazil. No move state streaks and relearn phone codes because I did, well, I still know like a few of them, but like I remember the first digit, but not the second digit. So remembering both digits is important. Bolivia, I'm not too bad at, but doesn't hurt to, practice it more. No move practice, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'm terrible at Bolivia. Uruguay, I'm okay at moving wise as well, and no moving wise as well. And Bolivia, it's like similar to Kyrgyzstan, right? Moving wise, if you're good at it, no moving, then you're also good at it with moving. Brazil moving, I'm okay with as well, so it's okay. Phone calls will help, of course. Argentina, moving wise, I'm okay with that, but no moving wise, I need a lot of practice. So are they states or provinces? I'll just write region streaks. Definitely could use practice in Argentina. Chile, I'm okay with as well. Uh, yeah, I don't think it's worth investing more time into Chile at the moment. I think I'm pretty okay with it. Peru. Oh gosh, I have no idea how to improve at Peru. Just practice no moving, I guess. Moving wise as well, Peru is pretty hard. But yeah, just best way to get better at Peru moving, I guess, is to get better at it no moving. Yeah, that's oh, what I could maybe learn is, are they called departments in Peru? Or learn region names. And that also goes for Ecuador and Colombia. Colombia. Ecuador provinces, or whatever they're called, I had learned at some point, but I've forgotten a few of them now. So I do need to relearn those. Region guessing wise, I think Ecuador, no moving, I'm okay with. Um, Colombia, I could do more. Uh, no move state streaks, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if people will streak on Colombia, but maybe it's worth it. Curacao, I actually need to get better at moving. Practice moving. Because I am pretty bad at moving in Curacao and also with USVI, to be honest. Practice moving games. American Samoa, I'm okay with. Bermuda, I'm okay with. Anime Guam could be better, I guess, but I think it's not the worst. Puerto Rico moving is okay, I think. No moving is also okay. I don't think I'm going to spend time on that. Same with Dominican Republic. No moving is okay. Moving is not fun, but like I have experience with it at least. I could manage something. Guatemala. Definitely could learn Guatemala a bit more. No move practice. Actually, I'll do no move state, or is it departments? Whatever. Region streaks. Definitely could improve at region guessing Guatemala. South America is all done. Mexico. No move state streaks because I am very, very bad at Mexico. It's one of my weakest countries. US, also learning license plates. It might help here, maybe. USA, also I need to learn plates and no move state streaks. Moving wise, I think US is okay, Mexico is okay as well. Canada is okay moving wise as well, but I do need no move practice in Canada. No move province streaks. Um, I think I am familiar with a few Canadian metas, but I could use more tips, I think, on Canada. US, I could use more tips as well, but it's also learning a lot of landscapes and yeah, there are like some like specific state-specific signs and clues that I could learn, which I don't know. Like I know some of them, but I don't know some of them. So yeah, could use more practice in the US for sure. Um, Northern Canadian towns I'm okay with. Like Clearfield I can recognize, Resolute I can recognize, Cambridge Bay. Um, but I can't recognize like some of these here. You know what? Northern Canada and US town names or towns. Learn them, I guess. Um, because even in Alaska, I can recognize Galena, Prudhoe Bay. But yeah, I could just use more practice there. So I'll do that. That shouldn't take too long. Hawaii is okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So we've ended up with a list of things that I want to work on. And yeah, some things I need to work on more urgently than others. Like, for example, learning no move state streaks in Mexico is much more important than practicing moving games in Curacao for me. So I'll try to make like a priority, like arrange this in like some sort of list of priority and whatnot. And then from next episode, we could start getting into it one by one. I don't exactly know what I'm planning to do next episode, but something about this. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Let's call this World Cup practice. So I think you guys also have an idea now of where I place myself in this competition, what I need to work on, and ultimately the reality is that I'm not going to have time to work on everything because there's just so many things going on in life, right? Um, so I have limited time to practice, and that's why I want to prioritize and learn stuff um, based on that. But there's also going to be some stuff that I need to learn earlier. So like Indonesia Kabupaten, for example, I can't start that 2 weeks before the tournament or 3 weeks. I have to start that soon. Especially like memorization stuff, right? Like learning Kabupaten, learning phone codes, um, and then yeah, like learning, the Thai script, for example. That stuff is going to take me some time because learning Thai script is not enough. I also need to practice it. So yeah, all that stuff also I need to start earlier, and yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. So next video I'll sort this out in a proper manner, and yeah, we'll get started. I'm excited. This is like the sort of boring grind that I have to do, but I'm excited because I have a reason to learn all this now. Earlier, I was like, yeah, I could learn this, I could learn that, but do I really need to? But now I have a motivation, and yeah, that is something that is exciting to me. So, thank you guys for watching. If you have any more suggestions, any more tips, let me know in the comments. And I'm excited to start this off, and I would also, I'm happy that you guys are coming on this journey. And yeah, as I said, leave any tips for me that you have in the comments, and that'll help me a lot. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.